So it is early, as you can tell, still dark. Had a little bit of rain, but just kind of the usual overnight mountain rain. Ground's not muddy, it's damp but not muddy. And so it's a good thing I put up the tarp because that means that it didn't rain properly. So I may just keep bringing it because every time I bring it, it doesn't rain, other than the usual. So quite happy about that. Anyway, I'm up early. It's 5:15. I've actually packed up a couple things in the tent, and I'm gonna have breakfast, coffee, and I'm thinking by the time I do all that, maybe the sun's coming up and I can get an early start and make it out to, at first light even, start making my way, because it's a big day tomorrow and I would like to get, the earlier I get there, the more I get to do before I hit Wonder Pass. So it's definitely going to be a big day, at least 19, 20K. And then on top of that, whatever I do wandering around Assiniboine. So anyway, coffee time. So it's 7:30, all packed up, ready to go. Good to be getting out on the trail early. Big day ahead. Hopefully this just gives me a bit more time to wander around the Assiniboine area and check out the Lake Magog Campsite there, which is the most logical one if you're coming in from this trail. I think that's the closest one. That's where you'd want to be. So check that out. Just one thing, I was having my coffee at about just before 6, and it wasn't really, it was only a tiny little bit of light. You could only see just there, and you can only see the outline of the tips of the trees against the mountain, so it's pretty dark still. And I hear this crashing and grunting and all sorts coming from over there towards the other campsites. And I think and it just went right across here, all the way across. Just this breaking of branches and weird grunting noises. Figured out, I think it was probably a moose, is my guess. It was obviously a very large animal, but at first I didn't know what it was. And I'm sitting here, having my coffee, and I'm like, oh gee. So I had two simultaneous thoughts. One was, at least I have my bear spray beside me. The other thought was, what damn good is bear spray? It's dark, and I got one little can of bear spray, and there's like nothing for miles. So it's just a reminder of where you are when you go on camping trips like this. Is you're really at the mercy of the wild. So a bit too much excitement, I think. Also, I think it was about 4:30 this morning, there was an avalanche, and I'm thinking it must have been from there. So I think I got a photograph, from before. I'll just see if that snow has changed. That was a loud crack and rumble, which was unexpected for this time of year. Anyway, time to go. 7:30, hit the trail. We'll see what the day holds. Actually, just leaving camp now. It's about 10 to 8. I just forgot to have a little washing up. I forgot to do, so I went and did that. Then I'm on my way out and realized the batteries in the GPS were dead. You don't need a GPS here, but I like to track distance and elevation. As a new backpacker, it's good to kind of get to learn one's capabilities. That's important. And I just find the data interesting. You can stick it on a map and off you go. So on the trail, a little bit later than planned, I suppose. Still fairly early. So we'll see what this part of the approach to Assiniboine is like. That was not 0.7, so I'm not sure that was the junction, but anyway. So Assiniboine Pass 4 or 5. Apparently, the hiker trail is supposed to be closed. I don't see a sign. Another sign. And there's might actually be a sign here indicating the problem. I suspect that goes back to the horse trail. Okay, here's the sign. Dog pass, no access. Upper Assiniboine Pass are permitted to hike via the lower trail. So that's what we'll do. We'll hang a left. Should be fine. Definitely restrictions there too. I'll take a picture of this because it's good information. Just here on the horse trail, avoiding the horse surprises. Still some nice views. I'm really trying not to stop every 5 minutes and get the phone out, but I mean, here I am in the middle of this meadow, and it's worth stopping for. It is quite something. So this is quite scenic. So, you know, in what I read online, this was not supposed to be very scenic, and there are trees ahead, so that could be the problem. But just this last section since the warden's cabin has been really nice. So I gotta get moving here. Try and get a pace going. So I just finished the first set of switchbacks. Well, a set. Wasn't very many of them, but that's the first of the whole trail. 2.8 kilometers from camp and 90 meters of elevation gain. So far, not bad. Trail's slightly rougher, but it's an easy trail again. Just a bit damp from the overnight rain on the bushes. Pants pretty wet, but that'll dry out soon enough. Weather's holding out. Clouds are pretty high up, so still getting views. So yeah, pretty easy so far. So I should be about a click from where this horse trail meets the hiker trail. So we'll reassess there. So far, so good. I think what time is it? Yeah, 25 to 9. Beauty. Whew. I just came up there, finished the second set of switchbacks, which kicked my ass a bit. But I just checked the GPS. I've done about 3.7K. I think about half a click from where we meet the hiker trail and about a click from the divide. So, getting there. I mean, I guess that if that was the hard bit of this entire trail, I mean, that's not so bad. So I think it's very doable at this point. We'll see. Starting to rain a little bit. I'm stopping for a break, so I may just put my pack cover on because I'm stopped. Maybe not. Maybe get my umbrella into a more accessible place. Might be a good plan. That way I can keep trucking. All right. It's 5 to 9. Have a bit of water and keep going. So I'm just in the middle of the third set of switchbacks. So I came from down there and I'm going up there. So clearly a bit steeper. But this is also the intersection with the hiker trail. Let's get down here so you can see the sign there. What's odd, I guess I'll just come down and have a look, because I'm not quite sure why there's a trail going that way. But anyway, I'm going to continue up this way, and it's clearly the way. And yeah, definitely gained a little elevation. Well, a few feet further on, the mystery solved about that switchback down there. Clearly just pops out here. Bit redundant, but there you go. Onwards we go. I got some views now popping out. Came from down there somewhere around that Gorner's camp. There's much more left to the switchbacks a bit further on here. And well, there's a sign. See what it says. Maybe this is the pass. Although we have a bit more uphill to do, so I don't know. Well, there was a bit of bear scat on this trail since camp, but it seemed it was a bit old. I didn't see any tracks in the mud, a few boot tracks, a few horse tracks. But I was yo bearing actually in this section. I was a bit lazy with it yesterday. Pretty much a hiker highway, so it didn't really matter, I don't think. But today has definitely been some yo bears, and so this must be the trail to the horse camp. I think it breaks off here, and I guess I'm not at the pass. Yeah, definitely the hiker way. So I must have a little bit more ways to go. And at least it's not raining. That's good, but it is quite cool. Even hiking fairly strenuously, it's a little bit cool, so temperature's dropped a bit, I think. Civilization. Wow. Awesome. Clearly, this is the pass. Not too far from the bear warning sign. Excellent. Well, 3K to the hut. Spray Lake 17. I still have to get back to the trailhead from there. Going into BC. Oh, prices at the cafe. Not open until 4. I bought cash just in case, but I'm not sure I'll be here at 4. Excellent. Very nice. Take some pictures of this, I guess, and flash it through. Here we are. No view. Not often you get a pass with no view. But it's not often you get a pass with a bench, so I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. Break time. So it stopped raining, so I've taken my pack cover off. Okay, well, maybe it's sprinkling again. But I need to get my jacket out anyway, because it's actually quite cool. Checked the my little mech temperature gauge I hang on the outside of my pack. It says it's 10 degrees, and clearly it's damp, so yeah, it's a bit cool. Just for the record, according to the GPS, from Allenby Camp, 5.77K. And it's 340 meters of ascent. It took me 1 hour and 45 minutes according to this. So yeah, so I guess if you add that on to 20K yesterday, 390 meters of ascent, it adds up. But not bad though. And now, hopefully, it's all downhill. Anyway, I'm gonna get a break. And then there's this trail over here, and take my water, my Cliff Bar, and just go see where that little trail goes. Maybe there's some kind of vista. You definitely want to take that little path, unmarked path up here, because this is, I guess, the official Continental Divide marker. Seen better days, but there you go. But even better is just a glimpse. It won't come up on the phone, I'm sure. Just a glimpse of what's in store. So hopefully the weather holds. See, the clouds are a bit low, but that's going to be good. Anyway, get my snack and get going before the clouds drop too much. should have mentioned, World Heritage Site. So that's the path to go up to the marker and the little glimpse of what's coming, but I'm sure I'll get more glimpses on the way down. That path looks a little more well used. I should also point out, didn't bother with the bench, trying to get moving, things to see. I have not seen a single person since leaving the ranger station, warden station yesterday, and that was from afar, just a few people coming in from Wonder Pass Trail. So I think that'll change in a few kilometers. But looking like it's downhill a little ways. No doubt we'll be getting some views soon. That's what we're here for. Well, it's 5 to 10. I mean, this is like a minute from the pass. Stunning. And certainly from here on, it's definitely a nice path. Very well maintained, no problem there. So I think that's Assiniboine there in the clouds. I guess that's not ideal, but you know what? This is, in its own right, is quite special. And I have a feeling once I get through those trees, it's just going to get better. This meadow's nice too. Awesome. That faint path is the trail to the group campground. I was wondering what that was. And the faint trail continues that way. I don't know where that goes. Nothing marked on the signpost. Maybe there's something on the map, but another day. Yeah, this does get better and better. These meadows themselves are quite spectacular. The low-lying clouds appear to be moving towards Assiniboine. Better make the most of it. Just came from there. Intersection of some sort. Okay, the intersection take you to Sunshine, Lake Campground. So, the lodge is just up ahead. The Magog Campground is 2K on, so I'm going to go there. Apparently there's a trail there, you get a good view of Assiniboine, although maybe not today, as it is raining again. But, almost there. Hopefully get some good glimpses. Also thinking I'm gonna start running into people now, especially because that's the way in from Sunshine. So, lodge is just up ahead, but up till this point, haven't seen a soul since the warden station near McBride Campground yesterday. Well, starting to rain, but I think I'll just go to the lodge just to check it out. I'm assuming it has a good view, and then I'll go to the campsite. What have we got there? 3.5 to Wonder Pass. So I think another 5 or 6 after that at the campsite. So we'll call it 10 or 12 to the campsite. From here, that's not bad, but it is raining. Huh. Well, hopefully get a few good views. At least I'll be all prepped for next time. And maybe I'll be able to pick some days. Unfortunately, this is my only window of opportunity. It's been a hell of a summer for travel for work. Infrastructure here. So yeah, definitely running into people now. Right in the thick of things. So I guess I'll come back this way to check out the campsites. Wow, I think you can rent those little huts. That would be quite something. So I'll just have a peek around the corner, then check out the campsites. Even with the clouds, absolutely stunning. And boy, I'm thinking one of these huts would be fantastic to stay in. There's a lodge, where I think at 4 you can get refreshments for a price. But yeah, would not mind staying in one of those cabins. Some people down there on the by the lake. Can't pick them up. Yeah, it's amazing. So I think the plan, the campsite is down there somewhere. Then there's, you can hike another K or so to the end of the bit of green there, below the scree. So I'm going to do that and hope that Assiniboine clears up a bit. Definitely can day hike around here for a day or two. It's beautiful. Well, it's 10:30. Don't seem to be too many people around. I'm not sure how many of these huts are occupied. A lot quieter than I thought it would be. I think that's Wonder Pass over there. But I think there's a trail near the lake I think I can take to go that way. So I'll do that. So very scenic. The lodge, you get water and there's a bathroom. I'll go head to the campground. It's 10:30. Cool little tadpoles. They do not have long to be frogs and hibernate. Ooh. Do not recommend adding a little hike to Lake Magog Campground for the fun of it. It's an extra 4K there and back for no reason, but I did want to check it out. I guess stretch myself a bit. Hopefully Assiniboine will appear. Ooh, it's big. I think I was going to check Sunburst Lake out, but not sure now. No, see what I can find. Well, I want to do an extra 2K to Sunburst. Already done an extra 4 coming here. Not much happening. Still impressive. Alright. That's got to be the least desirable tent pad ever. Right on the trail. Gravel, no less. Hideous. Oh well. Take a quick look around. Not my scene at all. Well, I'm gonna head out. The respite from the rain was good. The little eating lodge. Had some Mr. Noodles and a little snack. It stopped raining. So hopefully I'll take the lake trail once we get out of the campground and hopefully get a better view.